Good evening, everyone. Are you able to see my screen? Hello, Hamira. Okay. So yesterday we were startup with like automation framework. So creating a shared object repository and reusable actions, test scripts. So these are the stuff we were discussed. So then today we'll continue wherever we stopped yesterday. So before starting, anybody having any questions? Let me launch QTP. So this is the script yesterday we have created. So uh, okay. So what I'm doing is like I'm going for uh, object repository manager. Okay, it's not required. I thought of like unnecessary objects. We have thought of removing those objects. Okay, let it be, no problem. So uh, I'll come up with another action that is nothing but like for logging out of your Salesforce application. Okay, so here first you have to associate object repositories. So you have to associate means resources, associate then you have to log out into the Salesforce application means first you have to find out what is the object. So mm, log out. This is one thing I found. Let me look for like this is the one. Then finally I should close, right? I should close browser dot close. So you have to make a reusable action means shift F2. Also you can give simply C action when you have. So sales force logout. So file save as. So exactly here you have to save underscore. Let me remove. So same thing. Insert call to existing action. Logout. Now the complete script is ready. Let me make sure whether it works or not. Okay, so this is how you will come up with creating reusable actions and generating main scripts. So what you do is like take up each and every one module, like opportunities Ashwini, leads Hamira, come up with creating reusable action, not reusable action, I'm sorry. So mm, that shared object repository, you know how to create, right? So please try come up with creating a shared object repository and send it to me. Tomorrow I will come up with creating reusable actions for leads and opportunities, and as well as like main test. Is that fine with you? All right. So this is how once you come up with your test script, but the thing here is how many times you execute. Every time it will be taking the same test data. This is the test data, and login if I go for this is the credentials and URL, it will be taking and executing. But in real time the requirement is like you get a chance to execute in multiple environments and multiple releases: development environment, production environment, manual testing environment, automation testing environment, like that. So in order to execute all those environments, this one may not work. So what you have to do is like you have to make it dynamic. That means like you have to pass data through data table or environment variable or random number generate. But these three are not the efficient ways to use. So another way you can use is like uh, Excel file. Okay, so the best way you can pass data to any of the framework in your QTP is like through Excel you can pass. So you have to pass through Excel means this is the way you create your inputs file and place it at inputs folder. Okay, so for another batch I have created, so that is the same file I'm taking, but I will tell you like how you will create your okay. So see here like test case 1, test case 2, test case 3, test case 4, test case 5, like that how many test cases you are passing. Then this is the Salesforce login reusable action. So create contact reusable action. Okay, so like this then uh, create something like that, create contact. Okay, so this is how you will come up with creating your data. This is way, this is the way you will be passing your test data. So okay, so far it's good, but how to capture data from your Excel file? That is important portion. So I will replace with sorry. Okay, and okay, so this is the way. Okay, so another thing is like uh, create contact. If I go, so here, so reports to, hmm, okay, so reports to where you have, you see, so reports to and account name, this is the one, same stuff you should pass, account name. Okay, so then reports to, okay, so another thing you remember like here in earlier situation, these many fields you were coming up with, so other state, other city, other state, other zip, other country, but at this point of time these fields they were removed. So if you want to remove these fields, you should your wish, absolutely. Even if you want to keep, you can keep, but while capturing which are the fields required, those fields you can maintain here. Additional fields you have, absolutely no problem. Okay, so this is the way you will be passing your test data in your real time, that is fine. But how you will capture data from your excel spread, that is the important portion, right? So once you pass test data like this, so if you are executing test case 1, if you are executing test case 1, so here you will be passing one environment variable, spelling is correct, right? Environment variable dot value equal to 1. If it is test case 1, 1 you will be passing. If it is test case 2, 2 will be passing. So test case id, one environment variable you will be passing in each and every script with the variable like test case id. If you are executing test case 1, you will be passing like 1. If it is test case 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if it is test case 1, it should go to this column and should capture data, pass it to your reusable actions in your test script. If it is test case 2, here you will be passing 2. That means it will go to second column and will capture the data. Exactly third test case, fourth test case, fifth test case. Okay, so how you'll track is like for which test case you have to capture is with the help of like environment variable test case id. So far is good. Then how you'll capture the data? For capturing the data, you should come up with one function by using excel.application object. Okay, so basically we'll think like you want to read data from salutation. What you have to do normally, manually first what you do, as a basic operation, you have to capture data from any of the cell in your excel file. You should be aware of like row and column. So salutation you have to capture means 11th row and third column, if you are aware of. That means like row and column if you are aware of, you can capture data from any of the cell. So now Salutation you have to capture means salutation is in 11th row, but uh, for which test case you have to capture? You are executing test case 1. So 1. That means like my primary point here is like you have to capture data from Excel means you should be aware of row and column even manually also. Exactly through automation similar steps you have to follow, right? So if you are aware of like a row and column, it's very easy to capture data from your Excel as well. So dynamically you have to find out which field you have to capture means that field is in which row and for which test case you have to capture. If you are aware of both of them, then that means like you are coming up with one function like uh, function read data from Excel. Whatever the function name you feel comfortable, you can give it up. So for this function, you will be passing two parameters. str field to capture and int test case. For which test case you have to pass. Okay. So here you are coming up with one function by passing two parameters like which field you have to capture and which test case. Okay, so you have to read data from Excel as well means you should be aware of two things, row and column. So column already you are aware of. If you are using test case one is your column. Here instead of test case str int column also you can consider. Int this is variable, whatever the name you feel comfortable you can give it up. Okay, so int column is which test case. So like this, so function to read equal to, so what is the field is like uh, title comma okay. So now str field you are having title exactly environment variable test case id value. What is the value you are having? 1. So str field equal to title int column 1 you have, right? So now so that means like you are aware of column, but only the difficult portion here is like which field you have to capture. If you find that field is in which row, then your job is good. Very simple. So only the thing is like which field you have to capture. You have to find out initially which row it is. Which row it is, you have to find out. So for this one, first you have to create Excel object. So create object Excel dot application. So set object workbook equal to, so object Excel dot object Excel dot workbooks dot yard, or workbook already you have. So you are not creating your Excel, right? So you don't want to give, and directly you can go for like active workbook dot worksheets. You can directly give worksheets. So which sheet? So you are passing data sheet 1. The test data in which sheet you are passing? Sorry, I have given inputs name. I have given inputs for this name. So I will give here inputs. Okay. So from input sheet you have to pass. So you are pointed to input sheet. So now before that Hmm. So what is the workbook you have to work on? This is the one, right? Oh, this is what I'm a bit confusion. Let me check it up. Hmm. This is another thing. Then okay. Excel one. So hmm. Okay. So then what is your next step is like as you aware of like which column you are aware of. Only the thing is field is in which row you have to find out. So that field is in which row you have to find out means that field is in second row, right? So what you do is like second row you go, is this equal to blank? No, let us suppose you have to capture username letters also. So then in second row you go step by step, column by column. So cell 1 comma 2, this is 1 comma 2, right? So 1 comma 2 is equal to username, no. Is equal to username, no. Is equal to username, no. Is equal to username, 4 comma 2 is equal to username, no. 5 comma 2 is equal to username. What I'm trying to do here is like column is constant, row I'm keep incrementing. So wherever which field you want you found out means, oh, that one you will enable like row. So that's why what I'm doing here is like int found row. I'm initializing it as like 0. I'm initializing it as like 0. Then uh, set r for I equal to 1 to object excel1 dot rows dot count. Object excel dot rows dot count. Otherwise other way also you can use it up like object workbook dot use range dot rows dot count. Either way you can use. So object excel object excel1 dot rows are, you do like here is we can do same thing. Okay, so that is how you can go for. So workbook uh, object excel dot rows dot count. So what it returns is like how many rows you have in your excel file. So I will get like 65,000 or something like that or more these days in Windows Microsoft Office 2010 they will have increased. Okay, what I do is like I will message box, okay, So message box rows available. Okay, so two strings, how you will concatenate? Ampersand. Exactly. Hmm. So used rows. Okay, so used range. So this is what it stands like, how many rows you are used in your Excel file, those many rows it will return. Anything you can use. See here, how many rows you are used here. So it will return either 48 or 42. I'm not sure exactly what it will return. Yeah, these are blank, but still your comment, right? I think like 42 it will return. Let us see what will return. So that means like you were used only these many rows. So either way you can use it. Then once you get rows, then what you have to do? You have to find out in which row the required field is available. In which row the required field is available. So what you have to do is like, if object workbook dot object workbook or Excel, I'm always confusing object Excel, hmm, row, row comma column is second row, right? Dot value equal to str field, this one. Okay, so what I do here is like, minimum one I'll give, otherwise it will go like time consuming. So that's why, so I will use here like less. Okay, first earliest one. So if object Excel I comma to value equal to str field, if it found, then what it does. And another thing you remember, like in your VB script, how, okay, that one I will tell you later. So int row found, int row found equal to I. This is what you want, right? This is what you want. So you captured, once it found, you don't want to iterate this for loop again. Why you want to iterate unnecessarily? So what you can do is like, as soon as it found, exit for, you can give, you can exit your for loop. Now you know which column and which row, then you can easily capture the value of that Excel file, right? The value of that field. So now your job is very easy. So you go for like, uh, okay, another thing here you remember, like int column equal to column plus 1. Why I have to increment 1? If it is test case 1, but test case 1 is available in third column, right? So here you have to give like plus 2. If it is test case 2 plus, test case 2 means 2 uh, plus 2 4, right? Plus 2. If it is test case 3, 3 you will pass here, 3 you will pass here, 3 plus 2. If it is test case 4, you'll be passing 4 here plus 2. That means like every time you have to increment 2. That is a column you have to increment 2. That's why I'm incrementing 2 here. Remember, while passing here, you can directly pass here like 3 or 4 or something like that. But what is the test case you are executing? That number you will be passing. Why means there is a reason. For better maintenance purpose, you will pass here 1 and you can increment. Other way also you can pass it, like if you take test case 1 you are executing, you can directly pass here, okay, and you don't want to increment here. Another way also you can pass it off, but maintenance will be difficult. That's the reason whatever the test case it is, you will be passing, that is the test case number, and in your function you keep increment how much number you want, right? So now you have row and column. If you are aware of like row and column, then you can capture the data, right? So remember, in VB script, how you will return value from function to your main program is through function name itself. Normally in C C++ means you will be using another variable for returning value to your calling program, main program I made. Okay, so but here what to do, like in VB script, through function name itself you will be passing data from your main program, sorry, to your main program. Okay, so object excel dot sales. Okay, so now you have aware of like row and column. So int found row comma int column. That's it. That is what our job. So what I do is like I'll be closing this one. Remember, whatever the Excel you'll use in real time, that is the Excel should be closed. Otherwise, your QTP will create you problem. So what I do is like I have to explain you. So this is the one I'm using, but object Salesforce application. From there, I will open how exactly it works. I will explain. Okay, username Ashwini you are using, but this is another file, right? Okay, so Ashwini it will return. So let me check it up whether it returns Ashwini or not. Ashwini does something. Okay, so uh, let me run what it should return. So I have to give I'm sorry. Okay, so message box something, what it will return, you see here. First, how many rows it found and how many used rows it found, that is what it will return. Hmm, I'm sorry, actually environment variable how you'll use, I forgot to capture. Just a second. Hmm, environment dot value, this is how you will use. Okay, so environment, okay, that is the correct one, environment dot value. Okay, so this is how be passing. So here also you should change. So now if I execute, hmm, why it is? Object Excel workbooks.open C QTP frameworks XLSX. Okay, XLSX. So the thing is like Excel. You have only one. Okay, that is good. Okay, now let me find out. Let me execute again. Hmm. So let me comment. It is optional. Okay. See, 10,48,576 rows available in your Excel file. Okay. Then user range. Uh, if you go for like object workbook, another object if I create, then it will work. So now as usual I will use this one only. But why it's not working object workbook? Just a second. So here Excel. Okay. If you want to use workbook means you don't want to give active workbook. Object workbook. Directly you give. Object workbook means already it was pointed to this is the Excel. So you don't want to give active workbook again. If you are giving object Excel here, active workbook you should pass. So this is what how you will get right, like depends on experience. Experience only you will get understand. So at which point of time which one you have to use. So Excel, why I'm killing manually this one, I will explain you later. You will understand. So now what I do is like object Excel. Okay, how much it will return? Let me see per user range. Okay, so here again uh, workbook. Okay, how much is return? 47. That means like whatever even you have given highlighted cells, even that is also is returning. 48 it should return actually. But if you go for first row, why is it returning 47? I am not sure really here. Actually it should return 48. But what is returning 47? I am not sure really why it's taking. It should return 48. Okay. Okay. Why? HTR field. Then what is the trouble here? Object Excel. It's correct, right? Hmm. Object Excel. What is wrong here? It should be correct. Hmm. Hmm. I have to kill Excel file again. Why I'm killing is like whenever you create Excel and by this statement it was executed means Excel file will be there, but object Excel visible true or false you have to give it. So by default it will be disabled. So object Excel was open but its UI you are not able to see. If one file you have already opened, another file you cannot open, same file again you cannot open, right? So that's why I'm killing that excel dot application, excel.exe. What is this here? Hmm. No, this one should work. Okay, so let me check for this one. So excel I have to kill again. So excel. Why? It's not at all problem, it should work. Hmm. Oh, the problem here is object excel dot cells. This is what you have to give, right? I'm sorry, so this is my mistake. So object excel dot cells dot value you have to give. Okay, so excel again I have to kill. Hmm. Now what is the problem? Hmm. Okay. So now you may get question like, I have to kill Excel, right? No? See how many files are there? Excel three times you are executed. So three files. Sometimes it will create problem, but now it haven't create any issue. But sometimes it will definitely create problem, I'm sure. So once you open your Excel, you should kill that Excel to keep good track. So what is this here? Uh, why is going again? Stop. Uh-huh. Uh, the thing here is x equal to r. You can directly pass like this. Okay. So okay. So again I have to execute. Simple thing. Oh god. You have to give parenthesis. You should give parenthesis. Okay. That is what you want, right? Username you have passed. So that is what you want. So like that it will be written. Okay. So what I do is like str username equal to, remember, if you are using this one always you will get confusion, but shortcut you remember, if you are not using equal to before equal means for your function name you don't want to pass parenthesis. If it is after equal to, then you should pass parenthesis. Why they come up with like this I'm not sure, but you have to remember this is the step. If function name you are calling without equal to, then you don't want to pass parenthesis. But um, if you are using equal to, then parenthesis you have to pass. Another way, if you are not passing parenthesis, is throwing error while runtime, remember parenthesis you have to pass. If you are using parenthesis, is throwing error, remove parenthesis. That's what the way you remember. However you feel comfortable, you can remember. Now what I do is input. So this is not yours, so this is other batch one. But if I open that one, it will create see how many is open. So that is the reason you should not go for that one. You don't open. Okay. So now what I do is like title or account name. Okay, what I do is same file I will open, but I'll make copy. Same file. This is the one you are using, but I'm using copy paste. So this one I will open. The original file I'm not disturbing, so that you will avoid confusion. So str password. So what you have to str password or something like that. Mobile. So I will use like you have to give mobile. Okay. So now field from message box, field from Excel. You are understanding? Or fully confusion? At least 10% you understand me. See, first try to understand like what is the flow, how you will capture data from Excel as well, manually how you do, automation, how you will come up with your coding. So that is what you have to get now. So first you understand, in order to read data from your Excel as well, you should be aware of row and column. So column means test case 1, test case 2, test case 3. So column you are already aware of, but only the thing is row you have to capture dynamically. So you have to find out row is in which row. So field is in which row. So last name is in which row or username is in which row. If that is what you found, then your job is easy. So with the help of this first statement, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find out, okay, with the help of these statements, I'm trying to find out which row the field is available. Okay, so then row column you are aware of, then how to read data from Excel is if you are aware of row and column, that is what you are aware of. So that's what, very simple. You understand or you don't understand? Yes or no? Are you able to hear me? Okay, so here field from Excel. So first see here, first what you are passing here is like 1 to object workbook user range dot rows dot count. Okay, field from Excel object workbook. So cells you have given, okay, cells 1 comma 1, what is see here, I comma 2, I what you are having 1, 1 comma 2, what is the value you have from your Excel? Blank. But which field you have to search? Username. Which field you have to search? Username. So blank is equal to username? No. Okay, it doesn't go inside. So I value get increments 1. So I value you have right now 2, right? So field from Excel again 2 comma 2, 2 comma 2, what you have? Blank. 2 comma 2 you have blank. So again it was written blank. Is blank equal to which field you want? Username. False, it doesn't go inside. Then now I value got incremented by 1. So 2 comma 1 3, 3 comma 2, what you have? Test data. You see in your Excel 3 comma 2, third row second column you have test data. So is test data is equal to username? No. So it doesn't go inside. 3 plus 1 4. So 4 comma 2, object Excel 4 comma 2, 4 comma 2, what you have? Blank. 4 comma 2 in your Excel you have blank. See, so is blank equal to username? No, it doesn't go inside again. So again it will get increment 4 comma 1 5, 5 comma 2, fifth row second column, fifth row second column, what you have? ACT Salesforce login. So Salesforce login is equal to username? No. Exactly 5 comma 5 plus 1 6, 6 comma 2, what you have? URL. Sixth row second column you have URL. So is URL equal to username? No, right? So it doesn't go inside, incremented by 1, 7. So 7 comma 2, what you have? Username. So username is equal to username? Yes, username equal to username. So int, why? Oh god. The bad thing I did is like I haven't gave message box str username. No, okay, confusion. I agree with that. So uh, okay. So now I have no other option. I should execute once again. So another thing is like here I will give message box inside if I mean then message box I, so row 1% int count row. Okay, so int column. Okay, now I have to close the excel. Yeah, even it's not getting trouble, no worries. So then okay, 47. So first from field, see I will go a little bit fast. So first row, second column. Initially it will give you like first row, second column, first row, second column. It's blank, right? So blank is equal to str field you should be having initially. From where is capturing a str field? While calling, so username. Okay, so when it will get ready is like seventh row. So that means like first time you are iterated. So this is second time blank, third time you will get fourth time you will get blank, fifth time you will get Salesforce application not equal to username. So excel url. So username, now you got username. So username equal to inside of your if then row it found 7, seventh row, and column third. Yeah, third column is third means test case 1 available in third column, right? So 7 comma 3. Now it's going for like mobile is in which column? 17th column. So you have to iterate till 17th. uh, Mobile title, phone title. Oh, so mobile you got 17. So 17 3 mobile you have 17th row, third column. Okay, you capture, right? Now username, this is what you want, right? So str username, you are capture username. Mobile, second parameter you have given mobile. So mobile is capturing, right? Mobile what you have. So 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4. It's captured perfectly. That is what you want, right? So initially it will be like very confusion, but try remember the flow. If you are aware of that is the one, that is more than enough. Okay. So once you practice, then it will be very clear. I have unmuted. Any questions, anybody? So what I do is like tomorrow. Okay. Another thing, when we'll meet, I have unmuted. Now you don't want to message. Can you speak? Okay. So about today's stuff, understand something? You don't understand? No problem. Absolutely. If you don't understand, absolutely no problem. I will explain you logic once again tomorrow on start of it. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Thanks for your time. Okay. Okay, then see you. Bye bye.